Buying a home is serious business, but it doesn't have to be scary. Buyers with a good real estate agent are guided through the process by someone with years of experience and with good insight into potential problems. The best thing is that both the buyer's agent and the seller's agent are paid by the seller. Buyers have the benefit of an agent's advice without any cost. First-time buyers are my favorites. There's excitement and there's worry, there's uncertainty when people are buying a home for the first time. This is when I can really be of help. I've created a notebook for buyers that helps with many of their questions. Gretchen and Matthew came to me in November.
Oh, hi there. Hi. How are you doing? Come on in.
So it's funny how our apartment just, over the last couple of years, started to feel smaller and smaller. And then once we found out that we were pregnant, we just knew that it was time to buy a house.
Yeah, I was really concerned about where we were going to get the money, but when I did some research and found out we could borrow against our 401k, it was a no-brainer.
Their first step was to talk to a loan officer to determine the size of loan for which they could qualify and an approximation of how much money they would need for the down payment and the closing costs. I recommended 2 loan officers who I knew would give excellent service. Once they had a price range and they were confident about the amounts of money they would need to close the transaction, we were ready for online searching.
Yeah, I agree. Diane was so responsive and easy to work with. She worked with our schedule 100%. Anytime you wanted to go out in the freezing cold rain in the middle of December and look at 20 houses in a day, she was right there for us, 100%. No complaints, and she supported us throughout the whole process. It was really nice. At first, we thought we knew the area that we wanted to look in, and then over time that just changed, and it kept expanding, and we wanted to look over in different areas of town, and we were constantly throwing this curveball at Diane, who just adapted to our needs, refined our search, and gave us more search results in that daily and weekly email to meet our ever-changing needs. It was really helpful.
After tweaking the searches a few times, we began to find the kind of homes that fit their budget and suited their needs. Then we hopped into the car to start walking through the available homes.
So once we started looking at houses, I just had no idea what to look for and what details to be aware of once we started going through the house. But Diane really helped us a lot in that area, don't you think?
Yeah, she pointed out like the windows and the siding, and some of the basements were leaking.
That's true, yeah. She'd always point out, these windows are updated, these windows aren't. Oh, look at these floors. Just minor little issues that would be costs down the road for us, or maybe a savings for us to think about in the house. That was really helpful.
Gretchen and Matthew found a home that they really liked, and we viewed it several times. They also did some information gathering about the neighborhood and the house by using links that I provided on my website.
We actually decided on a house, and it was time for the inspections. You only have to get that house inspection, but Diane really insisted on getting the sewer scope and the radon test, which I'm so grateful that she did.
Yeah, that was really helpful.
It was really helpful. Those were the 2 that failed. The sewer scope failed, and the radon test tested so high it was a toxic house. So through her help in mitigating those issues with the seller and the selling agent, she really helped to create just the perfect ideal negotiation and deal between us, I think, that benefited them and us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I prepared a search of similar properties that had sold in the past 3 months in this area, and that helped them decide on a price to offer.
They had a certain amount of time to back out of the deal, and having to deal with that timeline over multiple holidays, it was really confusing, and Diane was so helpful in saying, no, this is your date. This is the date that you have to back out or not. And having to deal with the fix addendum and getting all of our inspections done in time and making sure that we stayed on target, she was really, really helpful in that respect.
Yeah. And helping us navigate through all that paperwork.
Oh, no kidding. So much paperwork. And who do we decide to go with as our inspector, she gave us such great recommendations
Mhm.
and multiple recommendations for each type that we could then take and find the person that kind of fit our needs and our ideals, and then go from there.
I think what I'm looking forward to most is being able to do whatever we want to the house. Paint the front room any color we want.
Yeah.
Um,
To be able to control every aspect of our
Yeah.
living environment, I think is what I'm looking forward to the most. To be able to make our house energy efficient, I think is also something else I'm really looking forward to.
Advice would be find a good realtor.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
I'd recommend Diane.
Yeah.